Everybody is such a hater on this new mining update. Sure, gemstone mining rates might have gone down a little bit, but that'll happen with every update and every balance effort. Some things are going to get a little worse, but guys, open up your eyes to everything that has gotten so much better. That's at least what we're going to try and do today. We're going to check out maybe some old and some new mining money-making methods that might be OP after all the update changes. Let's jump into it. Now, yes, as I said earlier, the amount of gemstones you get now is going to be less, but that just makes the prices go up. So I'm sure that part will even itself out shortly. Other clear prices have spiked as well. The blue goblin egg is still rocking a mill, while red goblin eggs are over 200k. And even a couple days ago, they were like 400, almost 600k. But if you have a lot, definitely get rid of them now. I myself have at least 9 to throw up for a couple mil. Another item that's doubled in price here is the glaciite jewels. Of course, this is due to forge adjustments, but guys, these went from about 40k to now almost 200,000 coins. It means more money and profit early game from grinding out these glaciite walkers, but also late game from corpses. You get a ton of these things. This right here is another 7 million coins that I made in a day of glaciite tunnel commissions. Let's not just look at prices though, let's look at the actual hourly rates of farming and grinding these items up. Before we jump in though, let's go ahead and upgrade our set, eat up some dwarven O's, upgrade our equipment a bit, apply some powder coating, and then get into some tests to really figure out these post-update rates. But let's jump into things by mining some dwarven metals in the glaciite tunnels. We'll kick things off here with our golem pet out, and our stats looking something like this, with about 8,500 mining speed and 1,800 mining fortune. So let's check out this hourly rate, starting with glaciite. And here we are 30 minutes later, having joined about 10 mine shafts. And we've managed to get 260,000 powder, which would be 500,000 at an hourly rate. Then we also managed to get 855 enchanted glaciite, which is about 7 mil in the bazaar, making it 14 mil per hour. Bit of a fun test there, mostly focused on powder to be honest. But next, it looks like tungsten is a little bit more pricey than umber, so let's move on to tungsten mining for 30 minutes. And at the end of it, we've got about 1,000 enchanted tungsten, which across 2 sell offers is going to be 13 mil or 25-26 an hour. Pretty solid. Time to move on and test gemstone mining now. Fine Peridot seemed to be the most expensive here at 46k per, while citrine are 22, aquamarine are 30, and onyx are about 23. So let's go ahead and jump lobby to lobby, mining that Peridot. And we did bring out our Scatha pet for this one. And while mine shafts could be useful, we didn't actually get any Peridot mine shafts in this 30 minutes. But let's go ahead and grab up all this goodness from our sack here. We've got 160 in the sack. It's going to be 15 million coins, and so double that is 30 mil per hour from Peridot. And there are really 2 main spots that I grinded this, in the back left of the glaciite tunnels, and then there's 1 spot in the back right of the glaciite tunnels as well. Now again, that's mostly going to do it for the glaciite tunnels, so let's advance to testing some things out in the dwarven mines. Over by the royal mines, there have been a few adjustments, and it opens up some opportunities to mine additional ores and get far better rates than cart mining. We've got some redstone blocks, some lapis blocks, really all of them. So let's go ahead and bring out this goblin pet, which is going to give us some extra mining speed here. As yes, we already worked through a lot of the dwarven metals, and now we're going to mine a handful of ores here. Anyway, I'm really curious at rates overall out here, so, you know, let's just fly through all of these and see what they look like. I guess we'll start with redstone maybe? 30 minutes there, and we're at about 9,000 enchanted redstone. That's about 7 mil, so double it for the hourly rate, and we're at 14 an hour. Then yes, coal, where we got about 7.5k enchanted coal, and it's about 10 mil, so 20 mil an hour. Then it's over to lapis, where 30 minutes gave us over 8,000 enchanted, which in the bazaar is about 7 mil, so again, 14-ish an hour. Why not? We'll also try iron. Iron was one that I could craft into blocks, and it was pretty insane. We got 15 mil in 30, so a full 30 mil an hour. Then we won't test out gold. We'll save that for the mines of Devon, of course. But we'll jump down and do some diamond mining, where 30 minutes gave us about 10 mil, so 20 million coins as the hourly rate. And lastly, emerald, where we crafted blocks up and got about 40 blocks in 30 minutes, which would be about 6 mil or about 12 an hour. So we're finished up here, but some of these truly did surprise me. money, honestly iron especially. But now there is still one ore that we haven't gotten to yet, so let's head on over to the mithril deposits and the mines of Devon, because that is of course gold. Now let's slightly adjust our armor set and we'll jump into the grind here for 30 minutes as well. Frustratingly, the sack has been continuously getting filled up, but that's besides the point. Guys, we got about 16,000 enchanted gold there, which we could then sell for about 9.5 mil. Call it 19 mil an hour. Really not that bad. Now we get to the Nether, which I'm most excited to test out, to be honest. Block fortune is probably where the biggest increase came, and in the handy block guide we can see exactly what that affects, and most of them are here. Things like mycelium, red sand, glowstone, netherrack, and these others. I already know that netherrack is pretty nuts. Not at all for money, but for the 1 mil collection that you need, you can now get this in about an hour. Money wise though, talk of the town has been mycelium and of course red sand. And I don't have the best setup for this as I only have one glossy mineral item, but we'll throw on our mineral setup, bring out our Scatha and use a shovel to just start mining around in circles for 30 minutes. That grind yielded us about 11,000 enchanted red sand, and that's gonna be about 15 million coins, or 30 mil an hour. Not too bad at all. Now that rate's going to be about the same as mycelium. So let's move on and just for fun, see what it's like to mine glowstone. And in 30 minutes here, we managed to get about 3,100 enchanted glowstone dust. And that's going to be about 7.5 million coins or 15 mil an hour. You really can make money from anything now. Let's move on deeper in the Nether for another test where 30 quick minutes of running in circles mining this quartz gives us 4,400 enchanted drops. That's going to be about 20 mil, so 40 mil an hour. Gotta absolutely love that. It's probably the best method so far. I do think we'll call the Nether complete, ending on that good one there though, and hit up the end. Now there's a fun location in the end where you can mine some obby. So let's go ahead and see what type of rates we can get here. And 30 minutes later, we've got about 4650 enchanted obby. That 4650 obby is gonna run around 12 mil, so double that for the hourly rate, and we're at 24 from obby. Not too shabby either. Next up, I guess we could mine some endstone, but honestly this stuff is dirt cheap, so we're not gonna waste our time with it. Instead, let's go ahead and finish this thing off in a mining island as we must. And let's go ahead and hop into the Goblin Holdout, because with the adjusted egg prices, I really want to see how much I can make from powder mining. Now we're gonna get increased drops from all of these ores, hopefully a few eggs from these chests, and a ton of hardstone as well. So let's see what we end up at. Wow, that was a quick 30, and I think it was pretty good, as we ended that with 6 blue goblin eggs. That's a ton. It's so many, but we've literally been getting so many chests, so I guess it makes sense. But not only are blue goblin eggs good for money, red as well, so we've got another 4 mil there. We're already up to about 13 just between these two drops. Then with the yellow, green, and normal goblin eggs, we're probably up another million. Then there's some ores, probably about a mil there, and 2,000 enchanted hardstone, which is another few mil. So overall, I think we're talking about 17, 18 mil in 30 minutes, or 35 an hour. In fact, we just hopped over to the precursor remnants for 30 minutes, where we made about 6 or 7 mil in value from parts. So I definitely stay in the Goblin Holdout for powder mining, at least for now. Now we tested a ton of mining strategies out today, and while our stats are solid, they are far from max. So if you're intrigued at anything, definitely test the rates out for yourself. I also noticed some other folks post similar videos of testing new mining rates, like Candy Pat for example, so I'll link his video down below. Decided to keep on with mine anyway because, well, I had already started it. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. Let me know what you're busy grinding down below, whether it's mining or not. I myself might stick with mining for a bit. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Be sure to use code SWEET in the Hypixel store for 5% off your purchases. And I'll see you all in the next one. Adios and goodbye.